it's not really possible to get much on the retail, and I purposely say at the moment. For me it was lucky, but for the person who sold it to me, she probably wasn't that happy about the price of it. Hello everyone, so in today's video I'm telling you the best and the worst designer handbags to invest in. So I purposely do not talk about which handbags I think look the best or I think are the most special ones. I solely talk about the fact if those handbags are a good investment or not, because a lot of us do not only buy handbags to wear but also to think about, can I resell this handbag and will I get my money back? Because it's kind of good, sorry, it's kind of good to know if you spend so much money on a handbag and you don't like it anymore a few years after using it, if you get your money back, if you get even more back, if you get like about the same back, or if you get like only like a small percentage of the money that you spent on this handbag. So I'm rambling and now I'm just going straight into the best, and I would just make one best, one worst, one best, one worst. And yeah, let me just start. So first of all, I start with like Chanel, the Chanel classic flaps, and you probably know that this is one of the bags that is the best to invest in. But now that Chanel had so many price increases and recently just won like now this November, I think November 3rd it was, now the bags don't retail like for much more or even like the same as they did before, but I'm actually sure that the prices will catch up with this price increase, and I'm actually also sure, sadly, that this won't be the last price increase in the near future. And if you're interested in this theme, I saw a video from Sophie Chohet and she talked about it and she explained it so well, and it made totally sense for me how she explained it. And yeah, so if you're interested in the Chanel price increase, if they increase their price even more or not and how much more, then watch her video. I will link it down below, but just to kind of summarize it, they will increase it more. So, and I took the medium Chanel classic flap and I took US dollars because most of my viewers are from the US, but all of those apply to like every country. So the Chanel classic flap, the medium one, was 7,800 US dollars and is now 800 US dollars, and it retails for about 6,000 to 9,000 US dollars on this year. And I would always keep in mind that in the US the bags are usually much more expensive. So if you and even with the US prices, they are the same or a bit more than the new price, but if you take the euro prices, then there will be a much huger gap from the new price to like the price increase that they go for on the pre-loved market, because in the EU the prices new are the same but the pre-loved are lower, but the pre-loved prices are the same. And then we go to one of the worst investment bags in my opinion, and those are Chanel Tweed handbags. And the thing about those is that they usually are already less expensive to buy, but sometimes they are still like a lot, like very expensive. They are a special edition, but because I think Tweed probably ages not as good as leather, and not as many people like Tweed handbags as there are people who like leather handbags, and that's why the prices on the pre-loved market are not as good. But the positive thing about this is, in my opinion, because I myself love Tweed handbags and I would love to own a Chanel Tweed handbag, and the positive thing is that you can kind of get Chanel Tweed handbags for a bargain, if I can say so. Like, it's not a bargain, it's still in thousands of dollars, but you can get it cheaper than like a caviar classic flap leather handbag. And then we go back to one of the best designer investment handbags, and this is like the obvious choice. It's the Hermes Kelly or the Birkin. And now for this video I just took a look at the Birkin prices, the Birkin 30, and also keep in mind prices in the US, and I took US dollars again, are a lot higher for the new bag, but the pre-loved prices are the same. So you get even better deals if you buy new in Europe, if you can. So a new price for a Birkin 30 in the US is $11,000. Keep in mind that the Cellier Birkins are a bit more, they are about 12,400, and yeah. But if you look on the pre-loved market price, they go for about, if you want one that is in a good condition, like a very good condition or a good condition, then they go for 15,000 to 30,000 US dollars. I kid you not. If you go on Vestiaire, like, all of them are super expensive. And also if you watch, if you click on which one got sold, then you see the prices they got sold at, and they are as high as the prices they are in as well. So those aren't like arbitrary numbers that people want. Those are numbers that are getting paid, and they get higher and higher, like I think nearly like monthly or daily, because a lot of people switch to Hermes because Chanel's prices are so high at the moment. They are nearly at the Hermes level, but Hermes quality is like a lot better. But yeah, then we go next to one of the worst investment handbags, and this one is the Balenziaga City Tote. And I do own a Balenziaga City Tote myself. I bought it for about, I think, 2,000 US dollars, and that was in 2015. No, 2013. That was 8 years ago. Oh my god, it was one of the first designer, no, it was like the first designer handbag that I bought with my own money. I was so excited when I walked into the store. And yeah, nowadays the bag is still about 2,000 or even a little bit less. Like, the bag got less if you buy it new, which is like kind of unheard of. But if you look on the pre-loved market, I'm sorry, but you can get those bags for about $350 upwards, and those are not bags in a bad condition. And if you know the Balenciaga City Totes, you know that they actually look better as they age. So go pre-loved if you want this handbag, because if you want to sell it one day, it won't make you happy. Like, you won't get a lot. And yeah, that's why I also still have mine. Then we go back to one of the best investment handbags that hold their value very, very well, and I took as the next designer, Louis Vuitton. And I think for me the best Louis Vuitton handbag to buy as an investment handbag is the Louis Vuitton Capucine, because the Louis Vuitton Capucine is a bag that holds its value very well. Because if you look, for example, at the Neverfull or the Speedy, you can get those for such a bargain. If you are just like looking out on those sites for a little while, you can really get bargains. But the Louis Vuitton Capucine, I do not really see it under the $4,000 marks. It's always 4,000, 5,000, sometimes 6,000 more. And the new price is, here is again the little twist, US dollar is 6,000 new, but if you go to the EU, it's under 4,000 euros new. So if you're able to purchase it in Europe, you will probably get more money back if you sell it afterwards. And the bags that I looked at, the pre-loved bags, are not new bags, they are used. Like, they're still in a good condition, but they are used. I purposely, with all of the pre-loved prices, I purposely looked for bags that are in a good or very good condition, but are used, like not new with tax. So yeah, that means that those are the prices that you will get after using the bag and when you care for it for a few years and you want to sell it down. And then we go to one of the next worst designer handbags to invest in. And for me, this is sadly, because I do own both of those handbags. I took the brand Celine, and from Celine, like the Luggage and the Phantom tote, the Phantom and the Luggage handbags, because they are both about 2,000 to 3,000 US dollars. They're about 2,600 new nowadays, the micro one for example. But if you look on the pre-loved market, you can get those for 600 US dollars upwards, which is like not even a fourth of the price that they cost new. And the thing is that those handbags, they, if you don't really look which leather that you get, they really look bad after a few years, and that's why I purposely took the very sturdy leathers so they still look good. But yeah, you can get those for 600 and upwards, which is not a lot. Very good if you want to buy them, because I bought all of mine pre-loved and whatever. I'm very happy about that. And then we go to one of the next best designer investment handbags, and the one in question is again from Celine, which also has two of the worst designer investment handbags, and one of the best designer investment handbags from Celine is the Celine Box bag. And yeah, I think this is kind of a weird one, because the box bag, it isn't really like highly designer-esque, like you don't see a logo at all. It's a very simple design, like very simple. I for a long time didn't even know that this bag was made by Celine, but this bag is new, $3,000, and pre-loved I saw them for $2,500 to $4,500, so even more than the new bag. And I think this bag, even though it's so simple, I really like it because it's such a classic, and the quality is like very good. Like, it's an amazing quality. For me, Celine bags, they all have good quality. Like, even though some of the leathers, they age not that good, but that's not the fault of the quality, that's the fault of the leather or the person who uses the bag. And yeah, then we go to one of the next worst designer investment handbags, and for me this is sadly one of my favorite handbag. Actually, it's like if I had to choose my favorite type of handbag, it would be this one, and it's the worst investment handbag, like one of the absolute worst. And I'm talking about the Lady Dior handbag in all of the sizes. Like, none of those sizes are good investment handbags, which is such a shame, because I love those handbags. But actually, if I think about it, it's also a good thing, because that means that I can buy them for not a lot of money, and because I love them so much, I would never want to sell them. So actually, if I think about it that way, it's kind of the best thing ever that the Lady Dior is not a good investment handbag, because yeah, I can get it cheap. And the prices, like, if you hear those and you were planning on selling a Lady Dior handbag, you will cry, because new they are over $4,000 and pre-loved they run for about $1,500 to about $3,500. And actually, to be honest, I already saw a lot of those for under $1,000. And yeah, I mean, I even got my burgundy one, which was in a like nearly new condition, for like $1,100, which is, it was nearly new, and it came like, it was perfect, and it is still perfect. And I got it for like a fourth of the price, which is like insane. Like, yeah, for me it was lucky, but for the person who sold it to me, she probably wasn't that happy about the price that she was able to sell it. But yeah, and also here is one thing. Sometimes you see like very expensive Lady Diors in the pre-loved market, but if you keep an eye out for those, you see that they never sell. Like, some people, they try to sell it for like 4,000, 5,000, even like 3,500 or 3,000. They won't sell. Like, you will, if you put them like on your wish list on Vestiaire, you will always get a notification: the price is lowered, the price is lowered, the price is lowered. And yeah, if you look for the sold handbags, you see that no Lady Dior sells for a price over like 3,000, like very rarely. The only ones which do are like the special edition handbags. And yeah, and with those, you always, with those special edition handbags, there's also something I want to say, like, those can retail for a very good price, like for way above the price that they sold for, but that's very rare, because a lot of special edition handbags, like, people don't want them anymore after the season, and there are only like a few ones. For example, Chanel did this pearl bag once, and this was like, I think, 5,000 to buy new, and then they retailed for about 20,000 because it was such a thought after piece. But usually then usually that's not the case. So with special edition handbags it can be a or a but yeah. Then we go back to one of the best investment handbags actually, and I purposely say at the moment, because at the moment Dior Bobby tote, not a tote, Dior Bobby, like the handbag, the crossbody handbag, retails new for about $3,500 US, and on the pre-loved market it's for 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, even 5,000. Like they don't tend to be a lot over 3,500. They can, but they also don't tend to be a lot under 3,500. So they kind of keep their value very good, and I only saw this because I never would have thought about the Dior Bobby bag as an investment handbag. But I was looking at it because I actually really like it and was like, well, if the Lady Dior sells for like 1/4, the Bobby probably won't sell for like retail either. And I was wrong, because it's not really possible to get the Bobby much on the retail, especially if you think that if you buy it from one of the pre-loved sizes you usually have to pay like import taxes, which you don't have to if you go to a store in your country. And yeah, that's why sadly I was not able to buy the Dior Bobby bag for a bargain price or even like a good price, and I'm just not ready to buy the $3,500 for them, because I don't think that this bag will hold its value like over a long time, but here in the short time it's a good investment. And then the last handbag that I'm talking about, and one of the worst designer bags to invest in, and that's actually, it was actually not good for me to put one of the worst at the end, but one of the worst bags to invest in is a Saint Laurent Cape bag. And yeah, those were all of my best and worst designer handbags to invest in, like purposely to invest in. And I mean, like I told you, the Lady Dior bag is my favorite handbag of all the time, and it's probably the worst of the worst investment handbags out there. So yeah, it does not say anything about if bags are like popular or nice or whatever, because that's such a changing subject, or nice. But yeah, that's just the thing if you are thinking about buying them and selling them later. So I would look out for the best handbags and not for the worst. But if you just want them to use them, and if you have no intention to sell them ever, then those things should not have an impact on your buying decision at all. And now I rambled again for quite a long time, but I really hoped that I kind of helped you if you are on the hunt for designer handbag, and if you plan on maybe selling them, and if you don't really want to lose your money on them, and if you like handbag videos, shopping videos, shoe videos, and also if you like gift guides because they are coming for Christmas as well, then you might want to subscribe to my channel, because I upload Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday every single week. And if you have any video suggestion, leave them down below. If you have a question, leave them down below. And also please tell me which designer handbag you think is like the best of the best, or maybe the worst of the worst. And yeah, I will see you in my next video, and I'm already excited to talk to you again. Bye bye.